Hello, hello, hello. This should be working now. Should be working.
It's being transformed. There
Hello, Ethan, my guy. How's it going? How's it going, my brother? Portugal 3-0 Germany. That's a bit of a bold prediction. After what we just saw. Well, hang on a sec. Let me just turn this down a second. But after we heard what happened earlier. Sup, JT, remember me? Of course I do. Kareem, the TikToking extraordinaire. Kareem Benzema's long-lost brother. How's it going, my man? Portugal 3-0 Germany. I mean, look, we have a lot to talk about. A lot has gone down in the world of football. Yes, I have been away for a couple of days. I've been looking for houses left, right, and centre. Yesterday was, of course, the England-Scotland game. I did go to a bar to watch it. Sorry, that's why there was no live stream. And we will be talking about that just in a bit. However, we have to talk about this game. Great Lamau. How's it going, by the way, Kareem? How is it going? And, oh, you just said great. I'm asking the same question twice. I'm going a bit crazy. But we're talking about this game. All right, we are talking about Germany versus Portugal. Because France have just drawn 1-1 with Hungary. The team that Portugal beat 3-0. France, of course, beat Germany. Does that mean Portugal could be on for a winner against France, or against Germany, or will Germany exact their revenge by beating Portugal? So I didn't think Portugal were that impressive against Hungary, or was it just that Hungary were very impressive against Portugal? This is what we're about to find out. Do you think Hungary will qualify? I hope so, my friend. If they could somehow finish second, and then England could play them in the round of 16. That would be perfect. I would not mind that one bit. But you never know. I mean, like I said, I thought they played very well against Portugal. I thought they played pretty decent. You know, getting a 1-1 draw against France, very, very good. Could have beaten Portugal. They could have been sat on 4 points right now. This is what you got to take into account. Do you guys think that they can qualify, though? Do you guys think they have any shot of qualifying? Or do you think it's G, mother sucking G? Have you guys seen the lineup, by the way? Let me just get that up for you. Let me just get a bit of this sorted out. As we look over at some of the other matches that have happened today, as this game is getting destined to kick off. Of course, the Copa America. Argentina beating Uruguay. Massive for them. Of course, it doesn't really have too many implications because it is still the group stage and only one team in that doesn't make it through. This, however, has massive implications. This right here. Absolutely monstrous. A little bit of me. A little bit of you thinks that that Hungary can go through. You know what? Stranger things have happened in international football. I mean, do you guys remember the 2010 World Cup where England were in a group with Italy and Costa Rica and Uruguay, and the two favourites ended up getting knocked out, and Costa Rica and Uruguay ended up qualifying. And we got a new subscriber, Footy Bros Montages, you absolute living legend. Welcome to the biggest community of the most forward-thinking young pioneers that the beautiful game has to offer. You're very, very welcome here, my brother. How are you on this fine, sweltering summer's day? But forget the Hungary-France game. It's about Portugal-Germany. And let's have a little look at the lineups. Don't forget these possession stats. They're irrelevant. I mean, the game is literally just kicked off. However, Ronaldo starting up top. 2 goals for him. Can he make it 3? Hey, it's me, Kareem. Is this your second account? I subbed on my other accounts. I got a few more. Thanks, man. One or two accounts is enough, to be honest, as long as you're here, you know. The numbers, just raw sub numbers don't really count for anything, don't really mean for anything. The only thing that means something is the fact that you want to spend your time coming here and talking with me. So that's all that matters, mate. So whether you got 1 account or whether you got 50 accounts, it doesn't really make a difference. As long as you want to come here and have a little chinwag, that's all that matters. Ronaldo, can he make it 3? Can he make it 3 goals for the tournament? Got 8. UM8. What does UM8 mean? Got you, mate. Oh, got you, mate. I'm an idiot. I'm fucking thick as a plank. Will we see 9-year-old today? No, my friend. I told you. I can't just be giving this kind of OnlyFans-esque content away for free, my friend. But look, what do you guys think of this defense? If you ask me, it's aging. It's slow. I do not like the look of Pepe. I do not like the look of Patricio. Nelson Semedo hasn't really had the best year at Wolverhampton Wanderers, in my personal opinion. Ruben Diaz, of course, PFA Player of the Year. Very, very, very good defender. And Guerrero, you know, a top left back. You know? I think a lot of people forget to talk about him. Kareem Abu Shadi. Kareem Abu Shadi. Sup, it's me, Kareem. Really, I thought it was Ethan for a second there. No, thank you very much for subscribing and joining the most forward-thinking young pioneers that the beautiful game and fight game has to offer, my brother. Yeah. What do you guys think of this lineup? Do you like the look of it? Do you like the look of Jota starting here? Or would you perhaps start someone else? Before I do cut back to the big screen, of course, I'm just going to have a little glance at the Germany lineup. Of course, you got Serge Gnabry here, the main man, who I think is actually Germany's best player. I think he's their most lethal and potent attacker, in my personal opinion at least. Kai Havertz, Champions League winner, Champions League finalist, scorer. Thomas Müller, Kroos, Gundogan, Kimmich, Gosens, Rudiger, Hummels, Ginter. It's a beautiful team. Speaking of Kai Havertz, he's on the attack here. He's giving it to Müller. Müller down to Kimmich. It looked like they were going to be through there. It looked like they were on for a winner there, but they have been pinned back. Germany looking very good so far. Muller on the ball now, slides in, gives it out to the right. Ginter on the ball, whips it in. Oh, would you believe it? It's Serge Gnabry. What did I tell you about the main man, Serge? I said, it's not even Serge Gnabry. It's Gosens, is it? Oh, I'm an idiot. I think it's Gosens with the ball. It's a lovely finish in the end there. It's a cross into the back sticks. It bounces over and it's slapped in. There seems to be a bit of controversy here. Let's have a little look. Back to the match screen. So the ball comes out to the right here. Ginter on the ball. Ginter sprays it out. It's a lovely run by Gosens at the back stick. Gnabry slides in, misses it, and Gosens gets the goal. That's not offside to me. That is not offside at all. Gnabry, you could say, was potentially in an offside position, but he didn't touch the ball. And it's been disallowed. Oh, wow. Peter Walton, what are you saying? I need to hear some Peter Walton. What's he saying?
And then, as the ball comes across, is there a potential for an offside? There is an offside player there. He does attempt to make contact with the ball, and therefore I think this will be given as an offside offence.
Oh, that is absolutely ridiculous. That is an unfathomable decision from Peter Walton there. I cannot believe what I'm hearing. How is he trying to tell me that because he slid in and went for the ball? Oh my God, that is ridiculous. For me, what do you guys think? Would you guys have disallowed that? I think that's a bit harsh, if you ask me. I think that's a bit harsh. That's very harsh, if you ask me. Offside, yes, Ethan. Goal, Germany, says Ethan. Unfortunately, not anymore. Ah, that's unfortunate for Germany. That was a very, very well worked goal. But like I said about the lineup, if I am to just quickly drift back over. What do you guys think of this lineup? What do you guys think of the three at the back, the four in the midfield? The 3-4-2-1. Bit unorthodox, but did look very effective against France at times. And it's looking very effective here. Serge Gnabry on the ball. Takes it past one, takes it past two. He's still going. He's still going, Serge. Cuts it back. Oh! Unlucky with the cross there. The cross, well, for me, he had to play that along the floor. Just drill it across there. Cut it back. But instead, he chips it up. It's an easy catch for the goalkeeper. But that's a lovely run there. He drifts through 2 or 3 players. He's so agile. He's so classy. Oh. Do you think Scotland will qualify? Not in a million years, my son. Biggest frauds in the scene. Yeah? Biggest frauds. One of the most fraudulent results I've ever seen yesterday, alright? There's a lot to talk about there, and I will cover it at half-time. And I do have a video that was meant to be up, which I have cancelled. I cancelled it mid-edit for a certain reason. And again, I'll discuss that more later. But it was a fraudulent result. Scotland are nothing special. They'll be running around screaming their hearts to their heart's content like they've just won the World Cup. But it was a very, very, very fraudulent result. They're nothing special. We gifted them it, if I'm honest. What about you? Do you think they have a shot? I don't think they're impressive at all. I think Czech Republic will qualify, and I think Croatia will slip in third. That's what I think. I'm still sticking to my guts with my prediction. I said I thought Scotland would bomb out the group. I thought Croatia would finish third, and I thought Czech Republic would pip them to second. And so far, so right. God, how many accounts he got? The thing is, don't be the risky thing. Don't start subbing on like loads of inactive accounts, because if you start subbing on loads of inactive accounts, the problem is YouTube sees that as bots, and first of all, the subs get removed, and second of all, it's a risky game because you can end up fucking your own channel. JT, if you don't read my comment, I'ma leave. What comment? I'm on my 4th account. What do I? I'm pretty sure I did read that out. Sorry, man. I mean, I can't, you know. I'm looking at the game here. I'm reading the chat, you know. I'm trying to read as many messages as I can. Oh, Gnabry. Oh, he's still got the ball. He's taking off the keeper. That's lovely there. He cuts it back. Oh, no one's there for the ball. Bye. See ya. What, all right, okay. I mean, I don't know what message you want me to read. I said I'm on my 4th account. That's the only message I see. See you, lad. Have a good day. Have a good day, my brother. I hope you you have a good day.
Under control in his chest. Ronaldo bundled over by Hummels. It's a very good start from Germany.
Well, they're putting all sorts of pressure on the wing. They lose the ball. Portugal around the edge of the box. Havertz gets his shot away.
No. Correction. I got 2 legends. Yeah? Not 2 viewers, 2 legends. All right?
Started superbly well, Germany, as you'd expect.
Sorry, I hope you don't mind me having a little nibble of a sandwich here as well, because like I said, I haven't had time to eat today. 3 now, actually 3 legends. Yeah, not viewers. You're not viewers. You are absolute legends, absolute geniuses. Where is the best? Could be busy. Could be busy. I don't know. I haven't spoken to him. Actually, I haven't. He might not know the stream's on. He might not know the stream's on. To be fair, I haven't put it on Instagram or anything, so he might not know the stream's on. Let me just quickly put this on.
Havertz. Just took a little nick from Rafael Guerrero.
Here we go. Here we go. Sorry about that. Just had to do that. Oh, would you believe it? Would you Adam and Eve it? Look at that timing. He's saying, where's the best? Where is he? He's calling for him. He's putting the energy out into the atmosphere. And who arises from the shadows? None other than the big man himself. How are you, my friend? Sorry, like I say, that I haven't been active the past couple of days. I've been all over the gaff. I've been trying to get my house sorted. Honestly, I'm telling you, I'm moving out in 10 days. I'm not trying to make excuses, but literally, I am sorting out a house. And yesterday, I know I didn't stream the England game. I did go out to it. I did have to go out and watch that game. It was the England-Scotland game. It was in a bar, and I did record my post-match reaction actually. However, today I was mid-editing it. I was halfway through, and then I just scrapped the whole video because I'll mention it later. I'll talk a bit more about the England game and all of that at half-time because there is a lot to dissect. And one of the reasons I cancelled it is because as I woke up, I re-evaluated the situation. I realised I was a bit rash in some of my judgments yesterday, and that I needed to, you know, maybe look at things with a more calm and composed head, which is what I'm looking at now. And the result is not as bad as I made it out to be yesterday. Bruv, who is your favourite on the chat? If it's not me, I'ma leave. My favourite on the chat, actually, it's not you. It is actually my boy JTLive. I don't know if you've seen him. He pops in the chat a couple of times. I mean, he's a really sexy guy. I mean, I don't know what it is. Something about him just really turns me on. The way he types those messages. That JT geezer. I mean, it seems to be really classy, that guy. I have promoted your videos. That is why there is a recent spike of views on your channel. Really? Really? Well, thank you very much, the best. You absolute legend, my friend. I did see that yesterday. I was over the past 48 hours, there was a few more views on my Will and Nee video. So thank you very much for supporting the channel. Yeah, but I've promoted him on my TikTok, mate. You guys are absolute legends. Kareem and the best, mate. You're unstoppable. You're absolute beasts. Thank you guys so much for your support and for your help on there. Like I said with the TikTok thing, I do need to start my TikTok. Thank you very much for shouting me out, Kareem. And thank you very much, the best. You guys are absolute machines. And thank you very much, Ethan, for coming in here and feeding me with your knowledge and your great football insight. It's me, says Ethan. Like I said, I have no favourites. When you have children, You don't pick favourites between them. Germany with a corner now, though. Who's their favourite to get on the end of it? It would have been Rudiger, but he didn't get anywhere near the ball. But Portugal now storming on a counter-attack. Oh, they could be cruising for a bruise in here, Germany. Oh, would you believe it? It's chipped through. It's Jota. He squared it. It's Ronaldo Nazario. It's not even Nazario. It's Cristiano Ronaldo de Moreira de Oliveira. His surname's too long to say, but he has opened the scoring. Portugal take the lead. Would you believe it? How unfortunate for Germany. They get a goal ruled out for offside yet again. How many of those have we seen in this group alone? I mean, this group might as well be renamed to the offside group. But they string on the counter-attack. Ronaldo is offside when the original ball is played, but Jota gets the ball, who is on an onside position, squares it to Ronaldo, who then pulls himself back onside. That is lovely positioning from Ronaldo there, and it's lovely positioning from the Portuguese attackers. And that's what you need. That's what England didn't show enough of yesterday. When you do break away on the counter-attack, you need 2 or 3 players running with pace. You need a ball over the top. It was a lovely run by Jota. It was a lovely touch by him. It opened up the space. It opened up an area for Ronaldo to move into. And that is a fantastically well-worked goal. JT, yes. Hello, my friend. Hello, hello, hello.
He has ever scored against Germany, and he's done it in Germany.
Well, he's just a machine, isn't he? All that possession, those chances, domination by Germany, and it was just a matter of time before they had one break, and they made it count.
Was there something you wanted to ask? Here we go. Joachim Low. Joachim Low back doing the old finger scratching in the nose, man. And if you know anything about Joachim Low's hands, let me tell you, you do not want them anywhere near his face. You don't want them anywhere near your face, your nose, your mouth. He's a questionable geezer when it comes to where he puts his hands and what he does with them. That's all I'm going to say. If I speak anymore, I'm in big trouble. Who do you guys, are we friends? We are best of friends, my friend. Best friends for life.
European goal in Bavaria.
I know you like the back of my hand. I know your birth certificate. I know your birth date. I know your house location. I know your social security number. Okay, now this is making me sound like a stalker. But yeah. BFFLFGFS. I'll tell you who are best friends for life, and their name is Kai Havertz and Timo Werner, as they have shared a very, very special moment in winning a Champions League together. But can they spare an even more share an even more special moment by winning the World Cup together? And I realised I said the World Cup. I meant the Euro 2020 trophy. When you become famous, please don't forget us. What's famous, man? Well, fame is not real. Fame is not real. So there's no way I can forget you when becoming famous, because that is all an illusion. Fame is all absolute smokescreen of bollocks. That is not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in success and legacy and the content I will produce, not about fame. It's just that numbers and the amount of people that watch you, or the amount of people that like your stuff, kind of coincides with fame, and that kind of coincides with selling a product. So it's a bit of a two-way thing. Are you going to stream Spain versus Poland? Ethan, absolutely, my friend, I am. Absolutely. I'm going to sprint to Asda, buy some mincemeat, slap it on the hob, and then, yeah, damn right, I'm going to be streaming that Spain versus Portugal game. Spain versus Poland game, sorry. I got a lot to catch up on, you know, after the past 2 days of inactivity. I need to make it up to you guys. It's not good enough. It's very poor from me. I know I have my reasons that I am looking for houses, and I've got a lot of shit going on right now. We've got fucking COVID vaccines, tests, going to Timbuktu here, there, and everywhere, trying to secure houses, trying to sort out this, trying to plan that. But it's no excuse For you guys to invest your time into me, I have to invest my time into myself. And of course, I have to invest that time back into you. Otherwise, that's very disrespectful. And the way I went AFK the past couple of days, no matter what the reasons, is still very disrespectful. So I've got to come back stronger than ever and give you everything that you want and more. No cap. You're going to get bigger than Goldbridge. No cap. No caparino. No cappity cap. Cappity cap. I will be friends with... no, I don't know if I'll be friends. I don't know if I'll be friends with anyone. You can't predict anything in life. But what I would say is me and Mark Goldbridge are down two similar, but two different paths, you know. We operate within the same field. Obviously, I mean, I say we operate. I mean, that's probably quite offensive to him to say that right now. But we operate, obviously, within the same market, the same field, however. Two very different people who offer contrasting styles of content. Here we go. Germany on the ball, building it up now. 20 minutes on the clock. The game has just started to die down a bit. It's started to calm down. Have you met Thogden? No, I have not met Thogden. I would love to one day, though. He does look like he looks like a really top guy, to be honest. He looks like a really nice bloke. So for that, I would love to meet him. Plus, you know, I see he makes videos with his dad. Clearly, the reason I can relate with Thogden, and the reason a lot of people probably can, Kareem, I'm not ignoring your message. I'll get to that in a second. I'll get to that heap of fraudulence in a second. But the reason why I feel like a lot of people can relate with Thogden specifically, and I can relate with him, is because he shows you that father-son dynamic with the channel, you know. I'm sure a lot of us got into football because of our fathers, because our dad was like, you gotta support this team, son, and you watch football together, and he taught you about the players back in his day, and he taught you about football and all of this, and you share it together. So that is something that he shows on his channel, of course, with the Thog-dad relationship. That's good what's got them going. And if I did ever get to meet him one day or make a video, I'd love to. I'd love to get my dad involved. That's the thing, because for me personally, every single game of football, whether it be international or club level, even now that I'm not living with him, I'm phoning him up before every game. What's your score prediction? We'll have a little chinwag. We'll either be raging together or we'll be smiling, cheering, celebrating a great victory. And that happens every game. So, hey man, I think it would be class to do me and my dad versus him and his dad, something like that. If I ever did get to meet him. But just generally, they seem like top guys, so they would be great people to meet. Oh, Portugal coming close. Kareem Abshu... sorry, I'm sorry, I do apologize. I'm just going to stop trying to pronounce that. Kareem, by the way, I'm a United fan. Please don't get mad. I'm not angry. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed, all right? I'm just disappointed, my son. Now listen. Listen here, Kareem. Let's just have a little one-to-one, a little heart-to-heart. Just me and you. Now, we all have choices in life for who we support, for what journeys we go down, and what possible destinations we see at the end. And of course, some of us, sometimes, we wander into a forest and we stumble down the wrong path. And we make the wrong selections in life. And that's okay. We can all make mistakes. And you clearly made a massive one in your choice of club. But there's always a shining light. You can always see the light and see the beautiful glory of Leeds United. But no, in all seriousness, no. If you did change to Leeds, I think that would be rather fraudulent. You cannot change your club. You cannot help who you support. Like I said, got a lot of friends who are Man U fans. You know, don't like the club they support. Cannot agree with that. However, I think you may be right. Kick him out now. Feed him to the lions, rather, not kick him out. I think what I need to do is pick him up and throw him into a pool of alligators. I think that's Kareem's destination. But no, in all seriousness, you do support a fraudulent club. However, what can you do? The massive mistake. My dad used to support him. What, does he not support him anymore? Or does he, did he change clubs? Did he see what you call it? Did you see Leeds? And he was like, gotta support the New United. A massive mistake is your hairline. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, look at this, yeah? Look at this. Sharp, yeah? That's not doing it. Alright. It's not the best, but it's a fucking pretty damn decent hairline, you know? It's not too shabby, Alonso. I mean, he kind of fucked it up with the shape up there. I'm not happy what he did with the shape up there, but generally, you know what? I ain't mad at that, yeah? It's a saucy hairline. It's almost as saucy as some prawn cocktail marinara dipping sauce. He still does. How dare he? How dare him? Well, are you from Manchester then? Are you from Manchester, Kareem? But you're not even from I don't even think you're from England, to my knowledge. You're definitely not from England. So that probably makes sense why he's a Man U fan. A lot of people from abroad support either Man U or Liverpool or Leeds or these bigger kind of clubs because those are the ones they see. Especially Man U. I mean, they're probably the biggest thing. I have a big forehead. Do I actually? No, my forehead's actually pretty fucking small. To be honest, the thing is, my forehead's small, but I get maybe in proportion to my facial features is pretty big. Because the thing is I have like tiny ass features here. Like you can see, like my palm will cover my entire, like my features are tiny and then it's squashed in. Like I actually have a fucking pea head. It kind of throws me off, you know, having such a pea head. But hey, there's pros and cons to anything, you know. You can't have these beautiful looks and not have some cons in there. You got a big forehead. No, I told you I'm from Egypt, like JJ. JJ's not from Egypt, but JJ does have a big forehead. And what do you mean? How are you gonna say my hairline's anything like JJ's? I mean, no offense to JJ. I mean, he's a strapping young lad. He's a top guy. He's a top guy, and I don't want to go at my boy JJ. But I mean, I think it's no surprise that he has a big forehead, and my hairline is not quite that. Hopefully, as I age and get older, it doesn't get worse. I can only pray that I can keep a somewhat pretty decent hairline. The thing with JJ as well, it's harder to hide his, because with people who have afro hair, it's harder to hide your hairline. Because like you see with mine, like I can pull it down forward more. Or if you look at Logan Paul, he has his hair all the way forward. His hairline's actually probably worse than KSI. Same with Jake Paul. But because they have straighter hair, they can just pull it down and kind of cover up their forehead and make it not look so bad. So to be fair, JJ's just, you know, it's just a bit of a bad storm for him. But hey, hairline don't mean nothing really. The guy still gets more bitches than me. Still gets more bitches than probably anyone. Oh! And I realise I shouldn't have said that. There's, you know, that's disrespectful. But he does get a lot. He does get a lot of galdem. And it's a lovely ball in there by Portugal, almost getting their head on it. In fact, getting their head on it. Diogo Jota getting his head on it in the end. Oh yeah, no. I remember you saying you're from Egypt now, because then I told you the story about how I went there when I was 4 and I was seasick on the way up, and then a camel shat on my foot. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, Kimmich drills it. Oh, the cross is poor. It's a poor cross, man. All of the hard work and then just a poor cross. They've done that so many times. They get through there and then just like mess up the cross. Let me just twist this light around. Bit of light on light action. Here we go. Can they come through again? Germany are getting a lot of the ball in their final third, but they're just whipping in these useless crosses from anywhere, just trying to get a needless ball in. It's like England were doing against Scotland at times. No one taking the ball on, no one just calming things down, looking for a cross, looking for a nice pass to split them open. It's just needless whipping into the box, whipping excursion into the box, and nothing's really coming from it. I haven't been to Egypt. It's a lovely place, my friend. It's a lovely place. You should definitely go there. I don't know, obviously Kareem would tell you a lot more about it, and he'd probably tell you the places that are nicer to go to as a tourist than I can tell you. I don't really remember too much. All I remember is I was sat on a bus going through these random places to get to the pyramids, and there were some geezers with guns on there threatening us to not get off the bus, otherwise things were going to go down. I got to go to bed. Kareem, is it that time already? Well, no worries, my brother. Thank you very much for tuning in. It does mean a lot, as always, to have you in here. It was great talking to you, my friend. I hope you have a good night's sleep. I hope you get well rested and well recovered for tomorrow morning, where, again, there is another big day of football ahead of us. Let's just have a little rundown of what's going on tomorrow before you do go. We have got Switzerland, Turkey, and Italy, Wales. So the final game of Group A. But thank you very much for watching, Kareem. I hope you have a good night's sleep, as I said, and I'll see you soon. Well, I have been on holiday many of time, just not to Egypt, I'm guessing. Ruben Diaz getting crunched by thingy there. I'll leave the stream on with low volume so I can sleep. I can't tell if that's an insult or not. I can't tell if you're trying to say that that I'm so boring that I can send you to sleep, or that it's a soothing, relaxing white noise. Could be one of the two. To be honest, I can't sleep in silence. I have to have like a stream on or like a YouTube video or something on. I have to have something like that on. Otherwise, I literally just cannot sleep. Second one. I appreciate that. No, I can 100% relate to that, like I say. From the age of like 9, I don't sleep in silence. I don't. I have to put YouTube on or something. You can sleep in silence. Well, you're a lucky guy, my friend. You're a very lucky guy. I'll tell you who won't be sleeping in silence. And it will be the Germany fans after this game. Because if they can't pull this back, Germany will more than likely be heading out of the tournament. They will only be able to get a possible of 3 points. They're already on a -2 goal difference. France are already on 4 points. Portugal will be on 6 points. So they can't catch any of them two. And then Hungary are already 1 point ahead of them. So if they tie with Hungary, they're finishing rock bottom. They don't even have a prayer of finishing as one of the third place teams. So Germany, it is imperative that Germany can get something out of this game. Guy is chilling in front of us. Who's chilling in front of you? Who's chilling in front of you? Me? Am I chilling in front of you? I'll tell you who looks like they're chilling. And it's the Portuguese back line right now, because they're not under any duress at all. They're just having a cigar. A Cuban cigar, as Germany just whip in these needless balls straight to them. Very easy to deal with there.
Continues to be great fun.
Here's the 1-2. Go on, spray it to the right. Spray it. Spray and pray, baby. Spray and pray, baby. I think Germany will draw to Hungary. Well, if they do, then both sides will probably be going out. So that's probably not the best for either of them. I hope Hungary... Is there any way Hungary can get through? There is. The only way Hungary can finish second is if Germany win this game and if Hungary beat Germany. And then France have to beat Portugal. And then Hungary. Or if France lose to Portugal. Yeah. If Germany beat Portugal and Hungary beat Germany, then Hungary can go through as second place in the tournament. And that would be perfect for England. Absolutely perfect. Because then we'd be playing them. No, because Hungary will play off. Who will they play off? Who are they going to play off? What do you mean that? What do you mean they're going to play off? That's only if they finish third. Oh, here we go. They're in here. Oh, Bernardo Silva, man. What do you guys think of Bernardo Silva, by the way? hasn't been his best season at Man City, if I'm honest. This year, I mean, he hasn't set the world alight. He's been pretty decent. He's been pretty good in this tournament. I mean, like I say, I don't think he's been one of Portugal's best performers, and I don't think Portugal have really played too well in this tournament. This game, bit of a different story, though. But it hasn't necessarily been Silva's best years. Gosens whips it in! Oh, it's a lovely finish, and it's Super Kai Havertz. Super Kai scores in the Champions League final, and now he has scored in the Euro 2020 group stage match against Portugal. Damn, this guy's career is going from strength to strength. A lot of people talking about Foden. A lot of people talking about Mount. A lot of people talking about Mbappe. A lot of people talking about Haaland. But not a lot of people talking about Kai Havertz. And this man is stamping his authority on the map. And this is the best position he plays in. This second striker role that he's playing in now, he is absolutely supreme at it. It's the same role he played for Bayer Leverkusen when he got like 20 goals that year. And here he is again. His movement is so good. And when you have Gnabry with his pace off the front line, spreads the defenders out more, drags them away and opens up space. And Havertz's positioning and his ability to find space in that box is second to none. He's a great poacher. He's a great finisher. He's got aerial ability. He can hold it up. Oh, he's been fantastic. I don't know what that says. Umlaut. It's me. It's me, Kareem. Is it you who scored? And is it me you're looking for? It's Kai Havertz somewhere in the mountains of the Germany squad. Seriously though, Kai Havertz, he could be one of the hottest prospects in Europe. I mean, at the beginning of the season, everyone was saying Kai Havertz was a bit of a waste of money, that he was a Premier League flop, and that you won't hear about it because he signed for Chelsea. But as the season's gone on, as the year has taken its toll on a lot of players, one of the players that hasn't taken its toll on is Kai Havertz. He's grown in quality and in strength as the season's gone on. And to be honest, I think Thomas Tuchel's arrival has quite a bit to do with that. And by the way, I look away, I look back, I have just noticed something. I see we have 2 likes on the stream, 2 whole likes. Thank you very much, you absolute legends. You absolute drillers, whoever that was. I don't know who it is, but thank you so much for supporting the stream, you absolute beasts.
He'll be delighted that his team have got back in it. Joachim Löw, who's been under pressure.
Oh, Ruben Diaz getting pressured there. I'm not sure what happened there. Did he take the goal kick? Did he take the goal kick there? The keeper's rolled it out to Ruben Diaz. And he's just, I don't know what the hell he's playing at there. I don't know what he's fannying about at. But he's having Gnabry press him into oblivion there. This guy is still chilling. Are you talking about me? I'm sorry, man. What do you mean I'm chilling? I'm sat here watching the game. Well, of course, I mean, I'm chilling. I mean, I'm in a chair watching football, talking to you guys. I mean, it's not exactly strenuous work. I mean, I've worked on labour sites, and compared to that, this is absolutely nothing. But what I will say is I took 1 bite of a sandwich, man. I've had like 3 bites of this sandwich the entire stream, and every time I do, this guy's here to tell me I'm chilling. I'm bloody starving, man. I'm trying to limit it, but here we go. Germany on the attack. It's Thomas Müller. He whips it in. It's reflected again. It's Kai Havertz, and it's come across, and it's Serge Gnabry, and Germany have turned it around. 2-1 to the Germans. What a quick turnaround that was. 2 goals in 2 minutes. Kai Havertz instrumental again. What did I tell you about this Kai Havertz geezer? Oh, let's go through it. Rudiger, I believe there, plays the ball out to the left to Gosens. Gosens gets the ball here. cuts it back. It's Muller who whips a lovely ball in. It's deflected. He comes back again. And lovely quick thinking there by Havertz. Flicks it on. He's trying to shoot, but at least he flicks it away from the goalkeeper. Gets it down. The ball's then drilled back across. And I think that's Gnabry who gets his foot on it. It could be Gnabry. Let's have a little look. It could have been an own goal, actually. So the ball comes in. It's headed back. Deflected. Havertz. It's an own goal. It's an own goal by, is that Ruben Diaz? Is that Ruben Diaz with an own goal there? Wow. Oh, hang on. There's another goal check. Let's get Peter Walton on here.
And that'll be checked now.
And it's no VAR ruling out. No VAR ruling out at all. That would have been too harsh if you asked me. 2 goals ruled out for Germany. But it's 2-1 to the Germans now. Wow, what a stark contrast that is. What a stark contrast that is. Here's Havertz again. Ah, almost making it 3. Wow. That would have been 3 goals in 3 minutes. Kai Havertz is really finding a lot of space in there now. He's really getting a lot of joy going. Oh my God. What did I tell you about this guy? He's different gravy. He's liquid sauce. He's liquid nitrogen. I tell you who isn't right now. It's Thomas Muller, who's down in some serious discomfort. Serious discomfort. I'm not sure what's going on there. But lovely play by Kai Havertz there. Drills it straight into Ruben Diaz. I couldn't see if that was Ruben Diaz who scored the own goal. Did anyone see that? Wow, the German Shepherds are balling. The German Shepherds are balling indeed, my friend. Someone needs to put them on a leash. On a leash, capiche? I don't know what... I need to sort this out because I'm trying to multi-stream on Twitch as well as YouTube. But it ain't working. By the way, I am starting to work on my Twitch as well. So it's after these, in the coming weeks, after these, I will be doing some late night gaming streams. So if there are any of you Americans out there, or any of you Brits that like staying up late nights after these football matches, you know, after 11, 12 o'clock, then get involved if you so enjoy that type of content. I will be starting that up within a week or 2. But I tell you who will also be starting something up. And it's Tony Kroos, who's going to be starting to get the ball up into the box, into the danger area. It's whipped in. It's headed by Rudiger. Oh! He's gone for a reverse 360 double degree backflip header into the back of the net there. He's not even looking, is he? Oh. He's not looking at all. He turns away. I'm not a night guy, but I'll try the best. Early morning guy. To be honest, I'm an early morning guy myself. If I'm real, I prefer that. I prefer my favorite thing. First thing, you know, get up 6, 7 a.m. Get a nice meal down. Yeah, get to the gym. Get your day started. Get your energy flowing. That's my kind of style. I used to be very much a late night person. But nowadays, I prefer the early mornings. Because I like the late night, but I don't like the fact that it's fucking me over for the next day. And then I really hate getting up late the next morning. And productivity-wise, I'm not very productive late night compared to I am earlier on in the day. But that's just personal. Here we go, though. Portugal are getting dominated on the possession stats. They're getting dominated in the game. They barely had a sniff. They had that counter-attack, but since then, and mostly before then as well, Germany have been all over them. I mean, Germany dominated France quite a bit. Yo says the best. Hang on a second, the best. Yo, what's going on? But Jota's on the attack here. It looked dangerous. Yo, what's going on? The best. What's up, my G? My G, hold tight. My G. And Jota was well offside there, actually. It would have been ruled out for the offside. And it wasn't even Jota, it was Rafael Guerreiro, I think. Oh. That was actually inches to being ruled out for offside, that second goal there. It's Guerreiro with the own goal. It was not Ruben Diaz. I do apologise for saying it could have been him. It was Guerreiro with the own goal there. I feel like Gnabry would have got it if he didn't slash that into the back of his own net. So he kind of had to. Kai Havertz now. Lovely play by Havertz. Plays it into Gosens. Poor shot. And Kimmich can't get the rebound. That's poor. That is poor there. You've got to be drilling that across. Or if you're going to shoot on the ground in the far post there. He's gone for a cross-come shot straight into the keeper. Easy to catch. Have you checked out the fiver? Yeah, I checked it out. I checked it out on stream. I did have a little look after just to see what else is on there. Like I said, there's nothing for me to do on it just yet. Because like I said, I've got, I got this to work on first. This is the most important thing. And then there is, of course, me finding a house and all my other real life things. But after the Euros dies down and there's a little bit less to do on this, then I'm thinking of possible ventures I could open up over there. However, my most important priority is you guys. It's getting this up off the ground. Because that's the hardest thing, is getting this off the ground. And with the support, it's only possible with the support of you guys. And the only way I can get the support of you guys is to deliver you guys content that you want to watch. That you either streams for you guys to watch or videos for you guys to watch. That's the only way that I can fulfill your need and can give to you, to give to me, to give back to you. Hi, JT. How's it going? How's it going, Miss Melina? How is it going? How are you? Long time no speakeroonie. It was a very, very unfortunate result yesterday. That's what I will say. And I will be talking about that in the half-time interval, which is coming up in a minute. So if any of you guys have any thoughts on that England game that you want to discuss at half-time, I am all ears. And I will dissect it. I will break it down. And I will chew out your whole heap of samosas and spit out the facts. Here we go. Portugal with a corner. A free kick, Nothing resulting from it, though. Easily dealt with. Manuel Neuer now. About to throw it out. About to fling it out to the boys. Rudiger points in dismay, in anger, in fury. Why is his side not 3-1 up? Why is his side conceded a goal? He's clearly not happy back there. But this is the winning mentality that we've come to see. And Rudiger, I spoke about it last time Germany played. I spoke about it a couple of weeks ago when Chelsea played. But this guy is very, very, very underrated. He is a solid centre-half. He's also experienced. He's won a Champions League final, which he was instrumental in, might I add. A lot of people won't talk about him because he's not a very glamorous player, but... Have you seen Harry Kane's form in the Euros? The best. Of course I have. And that is coming up very shortly, like I said, with the England talk. That is going to be dissected with it. Should Harry Kane be dropped? I'll be posing an argument as for why he should be dropped. I will also pose an argument as for why he shouldn't be dropped. And you guys can come to your own conclusion on whether Harry Kane should be dropped or not. But yes, I have seen it, and it has not been very, very impressive. Neither have Portugal today, if we're talking about being impressive. If we're being real here. If we're being realistic. Here we go. Gnabry on the attack. Can they make it 3-1 before the end of the half? Gnabry still. It's just saved and Muller can't quite get the rebound. That is a fantastic run. Breaking ankles there. Gnabry, he goes right, he goes left. Little shimmy, fakes back across through the legs. This guy is twisting ankles, man. Sergei Gnabry. And I know it's Gnabry, but it's also Gnabers, whatever you want to call him. Tony Pulis reject. Tearing up the international scene. And it is, of course, half-time. So, it is time to go through the England stuff, the England game, and have a little chat about it. I am going to go for a 1-minute break to sprint and get a drink. In that meantime, I want you guys to pose your arguments for England, to give me your input on the game. And let me know what's going on. Let me know what you guys think. I'll be back in a minute. Get your arguments ready for or against England, about the game, your thoughts on the game, and I'll be back in just a minute. So. Let me just get this taken off. England versus Scotland. Let me just change this screen up. Yeah. England versus Scotland. What are you guys telling me about that game? What are you guys telling me about the game itself, the team itself, the performance, the whole Euros? Did you guys watch the game? Who do you think was the better side? Now look, yesterday, like I said, I made a video about it. I watched it in a pub. I wasn't happy. Let me just check my audio still working. Let me just check my audio still working. Yeah, it's still working. Of course it is. So, you spent 2 minutes. Giroud, yo, here's it. The Giroud. Ah, for fuck's sake. All right. You snake. You spent 2 minutes, 33 seconds, and 40 milliseconds. That's definitely not a minute. It's 2 minutes is still 2 minutes, isn't it? It's 2 times a minute. But like I said, I watched the game in a bar, and I was raging. I was fuming. I was disgusted. I was disappointed. But I wasn't going for Sir Gareth Southgate's head like a lot of people were. Now look, what I did do, I did record a video straight after with my match reaction and all of that. I was editing it today and I deleted it. I decided not to upload the video because I have reevaluated the situation. I have calmed down and I'm more composed. Now, is it Gareth Southgate's fault? Well, let's have a little look at it. England is nowhere. Well, let me tell you about that. Are we nowhere? Or are people overreacting? Because let me tell you something. Yes, it was a poor result. Yes, the performance was very poor. We didn't create anything really in open play. Yes, you could say that he may have messed up a couple of selections in the team. But who were they? And would people have chosen them anyway? Because it's double standards, if you ask me. Because when we played the last game, everyone was waxing lyrical about the midfield of Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice and Mason Mount. Everyone said that's perfect. Everyone was saying the only problems in the team are possibly Mings and the fact that the left back is, we don't have one of our left backs playing. We have Trippier playing at left back. Meanwhile, we have Reece James not playing at right back, and Kyle Walker played very poor. So you know what he did? He brought Reece James in at right back. He brought you dissed them on the video, right? I dissed no, I didn't diss all of them. It was more like, it was kind of like this, but I was a bit more emotional in it. I was a bit more emotional in it, but I realized I was too emotional, and I wasn't speaking with as much clarity as I would have liked. It didn't come across right. It came across a bit narky, a bit bitchy, and it wasn't really the opinion that I wanted to put out, because as you know, our opinions do change a bit as the time goes on. And I'm really, when I looked at the bigger picture, look, what did I say at the beginning of the tournament? I said we're going to somewhat stumble through the group stage, the same way France did when they won the World Cup in 2018. They didn't blitz everyone in the group stage. I mean, do you remember that boring 0-0 draw against Denmark I keep going back to? They basically dribbled their way through that as well and ended up turning it on in the round of 16 and so onward and upward. That's how you win tournaments. I mean, I just feel like what I was annoyed at, and the reason I will defend Sir Gareth Southgate, I don't think his team selection was bad at all. I think there are a couple of changes I would make. I wouldn't play Mings. I think Mings was very, very poor. I don't think he was especially good against Croatia. I don't know what you guys think about Tyrone Mings. Harry Kane, should he be dropped? Should he not? Look, Harry Kane has played absolutely terribly the past two games, and I love Harry Kane, but I'll say it as it is. I'm not sugarcoating this at all. He has played abysmally the past two games. He's been coming deep. He's been doing nothing with the ball from deep. He hasn't been spraying the balls around at all. When he is forward, he's not breaking the lines. He's not starting the press. He's not opening up space for anyone else. And when he gets the ball, his touch hasn't been good enough. He hasn't been quick enough on the ball. And he hasn't been getting into dangerous areas to finish goals or to even create goals for that matter. Harry Kane has not been good enough this tournament, and that's a fact. Now, the problem lies in Gareth Southgate's team selection. Yes, you could call me biased. You should call me biased for saying that I would have wanted Bamford in there. But Bamford offers something different to Kane. All that Calvert-Lewin is a Kane 2.0 with maybe slightly better aerial ability. And maybe he has a little bit more better positioning in the box. But he can't start the press. He can't spread opposition the way Bamford does. And that, therefore, takes pressure off either Rashford or Sterling to do all the running in behind, to do all of the spreading of the opposition, to create space for everyone else. Patrick Bamford will be able to do that. Bamford's a lot more fluid, a lot more dynamic. He just offers us something else. Whether I think he should start above Kane in all the big games, not necessarily. But at least he offers us another option. Whereas DCL I see as too similar to Harry Kane. Having said that, Harry Kane has not performed, and I probably would put Calvert-Lewin in, at least to see what he can do in this last game, because you can't get any worse. Harry Kane has not performed. Like I said, they are very similar though, so whether he's dropped or if he isn't, you do have to look at the fact, maybe he's just going through a rough patch of form. Maybe he will turn it up, and if you do get one chance, even if we're not creating, and we get one big chance, and it is against a France or a Portugal or a Germany, who do you want that chance to fall to? 9 times out of 10, you want it to fall to Harry Kane, because he's the one that's going to slot it into the back of the net. So you do have to look at that side of it. But then again, is it worth sacrificing all of the play of the team? Is it worth sacrificing the dynamic movement of the team, making us more rigid, more predictable, just for that one chance that may or may not arise? That's what you have to think about, and I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Kane should be dropped. Isn't there any alternatives to Kane? Like I said, there's DCL. That's it. He could maybe play Rashford up top, but Rashford, for me, I don't think Rashford is good enough to play up top. I think he's too unfit, and I think he's more of a winger. I feel like he's better off the wing, off the left or right flank, and I wouldn't put him over the other wingers we have. The other thing I wanted to talk about is Grealish, the Greel deal. What did he do when he came on? Look, I know it's not fair on him. He has only had 20 minutes of game time here, 20 minutes of game time there. So I will be being harsh on him by saying that he wasn't good enough, he wasn't effective, and he didn't change the game at all, in my opinion. I feel like Sancho would be a better alternative than him. And you know what? I would start Sancho, Sterling, and Kane, or DCL. Who would you choose out of those two? But the two wingers I definitely choose are Sterling and Sancho. Sterling, I feel like, again, he was one of our best wingers. You can call me biased. You can call me whatever. If you have a different opinion, fair enough. I want to hear it. I want to hear why you thought Sterling was bad. But for me, like I said, he was spreading the opposition, he was starting the press, and he was actually making runs in behind. That was causing danger to the opposition. Again, when we were just whipping in these needless balls, doing nothing with it, Sterling was the one that had a bit of composure. He decided to try and take on 1, 2, 3 men. His dribbling ability is very underrated. He even got taken down for what should have been a penalty. In my opinion, and in the opinion of the game, it should have been a penalty. It was a foul by Robertson, and that's a fact, in my opinion. Well, that doesn't really make any sense. How can it be a fact and an opinion? But, factually, it was a penalty. I've seen penalties given for way less than that. So Sterling, I think, warrants his position. Foden, on the other hand, Foden hasn't done much either. He had the good 10 minutes against Croatia. But since then, I mean, he had a couple of nice touches, couple of nice dribbles, but his positional awareness has not been sharp enough for me. He hasn't been spreading them. He hasn't been giving them anything unpredictable to worry about. And he's been too easily read out of games, in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think of Foden, but that's what I'd say. And I feel like Sancho at least offers us something different. He's a better dribbler than Foden in terms of cutting in and out and weaving through 3 or 4 people with a fancy bit of flair and the skills. Although I think Foden is a better player overall and will have the better career. Sancho maybe is better suited to this tournament. Maybe he's had a bit more experience. Maybe the fact that he's come into such fine form at the end of the season does help him. Maybe the fact that Foden is playing his first big season, the first season where he's played a lot of minutes, and he's coming to the end of it, and it's a COVID season where he's very tired. Maybe that's affecting him. Maybe he just needs to be rotated for a game. You couldn't go wrong with putting Sancho in my opinion. And that is why I will criticise Gareth Southgate. Although I do love Gareth Southgate, although I do really like him, I will criticise him for the fact that he isn't giving Sancho any game time. He isn't even putting Sancho on the bench. But yet everyone's going to criticise him for not starting Grealish and for not starting him over Sterling, even though Sterling's played better than Foden. Even though Sterling offers something that Grealish and Foden can't. Even though Grealish, Foden and Sancho don't have enough pace to do what Gareth Southgate wants Sterling to do for the team going forward. That is where I'll criticise him. I'll also criticise him for not picking Bamford and giving another option for Kane. I'll also criticise him for constantly picking Tyrone Mings, despite the fact that he is simply not good enough, in my opinion. Aside from that, I think any criticism is unwarranted and overreactionary. You know, you're going to lose some games, you're going to draw some games. You're not going to play fantastic every single game on the way to the winning the tournament. It's not how it works. It's about hitting form and hitting momentum at the right time. And that is what I feel we will do. And look, France just drew today against Hungary. Are you seeing French fans flying around the street saying Didier Deschamps out? Hussein Zaham, Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. I completely forgot what that means, by the way. And I'm sorry if I did pronounce that there. Thank you very much for coming in the stream. Yura Aji Fajr I'm not going to try and read that. I'm not going to try and read that. You definitely biased towards Sterling. I know when you have an England shirt with Sterling on the back. Look, I know I'm biased towards Sterling. Of course I'm slightly biased towards Sterling. And if you feel like I'm being biased towards Sterling and that he's not, and that he should be dropped, then like I said, give me a reason why he should be dropped and I'll happily debate it. I'm just saying, I feel like a lot of people have a bias against Sterling, and that he's always the fall guy no matter what. I genuinely think, biases aside, I love Foden. I love Calvin Phillips. Calvin Phillips is my guy. But I'll admit, Calvin Phillips yesterday didn't have a great game, in my opinion. I think he was very poor on the ball. Off the ball, I feel like he didn't really do too much wrong. He was tenacious. He was putting himself about. And he was one of the few players actually fouling them and looking like he was really up for the game. But on the ball, his passing play was very, very poor. So this is not a matter of me being biased to Sterling. Of course, I love the guy, but I'm going to talk the facts of facts. Foden is one of my favourite players as well, and he's been very, very poor. I genuinely think Sterling has played well. I genuinely think he has given us options going forward that the other two won't, in terms of breaking the lines, in terms of his pressing ability. I mean, if you disagree with that, Assalamu alaikum means peace be upon you. Peace be upon you, my brother, whose name? And a few good dribbles that led to nothing. I have to be 2-time in Portugal, France, and Scotland, 2-time in these are your holidays. Damn. See what I mean? This big guy's been everywhere. A few good dribbles that led to nothing. Well, whether they led to nothing or not, one of them should have led to a penalty, in my opinion. Sure, you could say a few of them led to nothing, but at least he's taking people on. At least he's spreading them. It's better than the sideways passing we were doing at times. And he was the only one that was really taking initiative. A lot of people, what I saw, were trying to shirk responsibility. They saw things weren't going well, so the second they got in and around the box, they just try and hoof it into the box from 40, 50 yards because they didn't want to be the fall guy. Then they didn't want to be the one to try and take 3 players on and then mess it up. So what would they do? They'd pass it sideways. They'd lay off responsibility. Sterling, whether he got it wrong sometimes, at least he was taking responsibility. At least he was like, you know what, I'm going to be the man that's going to take the risk to get us a goal. I'm going to be the man to take 2 or 3 players on. And look, Sterling didn't play his best game. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he was like a fucking 10 out of 10 performance. Don't get me wrong. I think he played better against Croatia than he did there. But I still don't think he was one of our worst performers. I feel like there are a lot worse performers on the pitch, personally. And I feel like it should be Foden who gets dropped over him, in my personal opinion. And I feel like Sancho should be brought in over Grealish. I don't think Grealish has done enough to warrant a start over Sancho. And you have to remember, Grealish has been injured for a large proportion of the season, coming back only a few games just before the end. Like the Barca style. What do you mean? What do you mean by like the Barca style? What? Just shirking responsibility and crossing it into the box needlessly. Is that the Ronald Koeman philosophy? Agree? Well, yeah. Well, that's. I mean, like I said, if you guys think I'm wrong, I'm happy to hear another opinion on it. But that's just the way. That's the way I see it. I think Declan Rice was decent on the ball defensively. Didn't offer too much going forward. A few sideways passes, but I wouldn't blame it on Gareth Southgate. I don't think this can be blamed on Gareth Southgate. The way we play, you could say maybe he should have set us out with more of an attacking philosophy. But also, what I will say. This was just a regular group stage game to us. This, for Scotland, is their World Cup final. This is the biggest game they had. They were so up for this. They sent 20,000 fans down to central London just to watch it in pubs and bars around the stadium. That's how massive this game was for them as a nation, as their team. They wanted this more than everything. So we can be clouded by the fact that they managed to get a draw against us, despite the fact they're not a very impressive team. And you could pin that on England. But look, at the end of the day, it was their biggest game. It was a one-off game for us. And those kind of things happen. And like I said, I never thought we were going to dominate everyone going through the tournament. So I'm not too upset about it. I still think that we are in great position to go forward. We've learnt some things. We made some mistakes against Scotland, and we've learnt from them. You don't learn anything from beating someone 5-0. You learn something from a game like this, where we weren't good enough, we didn't create enough, And maybe he needs to change the squad selection up a bit. I don't know what you guys think. That's my opinion, at least. If you guys agree with any of that, you agree Kane should be maybe dropped. You agree that Sterling should be stayed in the side or should be dropped for either Rashford, Sancho, Grealish, or that Foden should be the one making way. As Mount Kai Havertz makes it 3-1. I'm sorry, I am talking here. Let me go back. That was the wrong screen there. Back to the main screen. It's 3-1 to Germany. It's Kai Havertz again. What was I telling you about Kai Havertz? I do see your message the best. I'll get to it in a second. But what was I telling you about Kai Havertz? Well, this is all. I'm pretty sure you can still hear me. What was I telling you about Kai Havertz? He's had an absolutely sensational game, an absolutely sensational tournament, and an absolutely sensational year. That was very bad timing for not only going on the wrong screen, but also having my camera turned off. But it's now 3-1 to Germany. Barca keep on delivering balls into the boxes, still realizing that no goal will come out of them. Exactly. You know why they do that, though? You know why they do that? Because it's easy. Because there's no pressure. Because if you just whip a ball into the box, guess what? Now it's on whoever's in and around the box to get it. It's no longer your issue. If you try and do something different, if you hold on to it and instead try and take someone on, try and play a different ball that no one's looking at, then you're the one that takes the fall for it. You're the one that gets the stick from the crowd. You're the one that gets the stick from the manager. That's why they do that. Because they're cowards a lot of the time. That's why you need players who aren't scared to lose the ball. Some of the most creative players lose the ball more than anyone else. Because those are the ones that are making more dangerous passes. And they're the ones that are going on more dangerous dribbles. So you're going to lose the ball more than everyone else. Just because you have 100% pass completion doesn't mean anything. Because all of your passes could have been 3-yard sideways passes. They're easy to make. Whereas someone else could have like a 90% pass completion, but be spraying balls 40, 50 yards. And maybe they misplaced 5 out of the 8, but the 3 out of the 8 that weren't misplaced led to a goal scoring opportunity. So that stats can be misleading in that way. And you got to have those players that are willing to accept the risk and willing to make mistakes in order to help the team prosper. And that's what I feel England didn't have enough of yesterday. Portugal gets smart here. Portugal, I mean, they're getting absolutely ransacked at the moment. Absolutely destroyed by Germany. Germany all over them like a rash they cannot get rid of. They're going to be down to the pharmacist tomorrow asking for 50 cc's of liquid Sudocrem. But I don't think it's going to do anything because I think the rash is too big. It's gone past the point of no return. It's too big, it's too strong, it's too fierce, and most importantly, it's too venomous. Portugal are in the dumps this game. Germany have blown the table wide open once again. We'll have one team on 4 points, 2 teams on 3, and 1 team on 1 point. So called the group of death. Well, Hungary are really, really, really twisting that tail, aren't they? And like I said, I didn't really rate this Portugal side before the game. I don't think they played too impressively against Hungary. And this game, they've been absolutely run through by Germany. There's no two ways about it. I don't know if you guys think Portugal have something in this game. If you do, let me know in the comment section down below right now. But so far, Germany, they haven't been able to live with Portugal. They've had too much pace on the counter. When they have built the ball up, it's only been a matter of time before they actually break them down. They've had the ball in and around the Portugal box so many times. Portugal have just been trying to sit off and defend, but their defensive structure has not been good enough. Like I said, with their slow defense, their defense is very, very slow if you ask me, and Germany are capitalizing on it. They have Serge Gnabry making the runs in behind, spreading them, and then you're opening up space for Kai Havertz, who's had so much space in and around that midfield area. I said Portugal 3-0. Well, my friend, it doesn't look like that Portugal 3-0 is going to be happening anytime soon, does it? Oh, wow. What a turnaround, eh? Here we go, though. Portugal back on the attack. We're on the attack. We're there to get back. Renato Sanchez. What do you guys think of Renato Sanchez, by the way? Would you have him at your club? Would you take him at Barca, the best? Would you take him at Leeds, Ethan? And Fadzil, if you're still here, I'm sensing through my mystical powers of sensical productions that you are a Marseille fan. Would you take him at Marseille? Bloody hell, it's hot in here, man. It is hot in here. God damn. Here we go. Sergi Gnabry on the ball. Plays it through. Very, very poor there. Blazing squad style. Here we go. Rudiger plays it out. Gosens plays it back. My mic may be a little bit too far away here. Germany back on the attack. But again, nothing playing here. But look, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Gnabry spreading them so much. Their defense doesn't know what to do. Pepe is sat there scratching his head. How the hell do I defend against this guy? He's running them ragged. And when you have someone running in behind, Pepe is sat there scratching his head. How the hell do I defend against this guy? He's running them ragged. And when you have someone running in behind, Pepe is sat there scratching his head. How the hell do I defend against this guy? He's running them ragged. Is this working? Tell me it works. Oh my days. Hola. ¿Qué tal? Oh mate, it's an absolute flipping fraudulence, man. Streamlabs, oh my days. I can fix it, or if Streamlabs are just going to be absolute cocks. I hear, I'm sorry, it will be fixed within 2 minutes. Alright, is this, tell me this ain't glitching. If this is still glitching, then we got a problem. It's still glitching, brilliant. Flipping fantastic. You telling me I'm actually going to have to restart it, if I... Yeah, it's not my mic, it's the whole... Why does it do this, man? Yeah, it's the whole sound of the stream's glitching. What if I... Did that work? Come on. Oh! It did. Yes, it's back. It's fixed. And it's 4-1. Would you believe it? Would you believe it? Not just 3, not just 2, not just 1, but Germany make it 4-1. God damn. Oh, wow. They are running away with this. It's a lovely ball in there. And it's Gosens at the back sticks with a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful header. This Gosens guy is really putting himself onto the map now. Really, really, really shining on the big stage. Not a lot of people had probably heard of Gosens before this tournament. But they certainly do now. They certainly do. The 26-year-old man for Atalanta, born in Emmerich, Germany. Atalanta, one of the most free-scoring teams in Europe over the past 2 to 3 seasons. I even wonder. Yeah, it's better. It's awesome. What the hell is on there? I even wonder. What the hell is on where? What the hell is on here? Mate, it's an absolute ransacking from Germany. An absolute destruction of any kind of cavity or hole or structure that Portugal have in their team, in their club, in their fans, in their eco-structure. In every single aspect of the Portuguese national team, they are getting humiliated, embarrassed in their own backyard. He means, what the hell is going on there? Exactly. What the hell is going on there? What is going on there? It's almost like somebody may have told you that this Portugal side, I didn't think they were that good. And I'm being proved right here. And it's not just a matter of me being proved right. What does this say about the Germans? Of course, I was confident in saying that Germany would win the group. That Germany would end up topping the group. But that may have... It's all up in the air after them losing to France. Of course, France then losing to Hungary does open it up a bit. Not losing, sorry, drawing. Because now they are only on 4 points. Only 1 point above Germany. Now, for Germany to top the group, all they have to do is beat Hungary. And then Portugal and France, all they need to do is draw. There's no way of Germany and Hungary both qualifying, I do believe. Because one's on 3 points, one's on 1 point. I mean, potentially, because Germany's goal difference is so good, maybe they could afford to lose 1-0 to Hungary and still go through in third place. But it would be very unlikely. Portugal, though, this looks very, 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 very bad for Portugal. And with this result the way it is, who do you guys think will go through out of this group? How do you think it will shape up? What do you think the top 3 will be? In fact, hang on a sec. Let's just do a little bit of scout detective research here. Let's just get this table up for you. This is why it's called the Group of Death. Indeed, Germany and France, for me, are cut above Portugal, in my opinion. I think France will probably run rampant against Portugal. France, Germany, Portugal. So you're predicting a France win and a Germany win, which, you know what, I'm probably going to agree with you on. In my initial predictions, I did say it would go Germany, France, Portugal. However, after the first game, it looks unlikely. It could still happen. If France draw against Portugal and Germany wins, then it could still happen. And if Portugal draw, they'll probably all go through. If all Portugal realistically need is a draw. If Portugal draw with France, they'll go into 4 points. If you finish in third with 4 points, you're most likely going through. And we all know what happened last time that Portugal drew on points. Yeah? But look at this. Let's have a little look at the goal difference. Portugal on 0 goal difference. That 3-0 against Hungary, really, really helping them out. Germany, of course, on the best. Hungary sat down there on the worst. But this is a massive, massive, massive kick in the teeth to Portugal. How is that going to affect them going forward into the knockouts? Is this going to destroy their confidence? We'll have to find out. But boy, that tournament has been blown wide open. France, Germany, Portugal. Yeah, it seems that way, doesn't it, boys? It seems like that is basically the most likely outcome, that it will be France, Germany, Portugal. I don't know. Part of me feels like France and Portugal may draw and that Germany may sneak ahead. I'm still not sure. Because look, France, Portugal, it's so tight there, man. It's so tight. Speaking of tight, that German back four looks tight as Ronaldo whips a ball in. It's gone all the way through. Ronaldo flicks it on. Oh, it's 4-2. It is 4-2. Germany 4, Portugal 2. And I was just saying, it's all over for Portugal. This could be massive for them going forward. But they have just put themselves back above Germany in the group as it stands. No, they have not. No, they have not. I am massively fraudulent. Wait, they'll be tying in the group, I believe. They will be tying, but it's a ball in. It's very, very poor defending there. Very poor. Diego Jota with the goal. It's whipped in. No one gets it. It's a lovely cutback by Ronaldo there. A lovely cutback. Rudiger's about to clear it off the line before Jota pokes it in. But that was very poor defending for that set piece there. I believe it was Bruno Fernandes whips it in. And there was so much space. The ball was able to bounce twice en route to the back post there, when nobody was there to mark it on. Someone's got to be dealing with that sooner, in my opinion. If they show it again here, yep. It's not flicked on at all. It's just not good enough defending for me. You're not tracking the runners. They're not tracking them at all. They are trying to see if Diogo Jota did get a little flick on it before. They are bringing in Peter Walton. Let's have another listen to this. And it's no goal. I mean, it is a goal. I mean, it's no VAR ruled it out. So it's 4-2 now. The game has been blown into murky waters for Germany. It looked like they were running away with it. It looked like they were in Toni Kroos control. And goddamn, I look like a ghost right there. But it looks like they were in Toni Kroos control. But now, it looks like they're cruising for a bruising. Is it what it looks like what's happening? Portugal with the incentive now. And you don't want to let Ronaldo get the bit between his teeth as João Moutinho puts the ball down for another free kick. I mean, you saw it only took him 10 minutes to score 3 goals the other day. But wow, this has been a beautiful game. A beautiful, beautiful game. This is what I'm talking about. Goals galore. Can Portugal dig it back? I don't think they will. I don't think they will be able to dig it back all the way. But there's still 22 minutes to go and anything can happen. Do you guys think they can come back? Do you think that Portugal even have a hope in hell? That they have a prayer of coming back? I mean, they're in it. They're in it to win it. But it was a decent finish. It was a lovely cutback by Ronaldo. But before that, here we go. Ronaldo again in the box now. Ronaldo is on fire right now. He's taking people on for fun. He's alert. He's sharp. This is one of the best Ronaldos I've seen. He looks not quite back to his best. He's not quite the Ronaldo that was at Real Madrid a few years ago. But he's taking the ball on now. He's getting more involved in the game. Before, I felt he was a bit too static. He was a bit too crowded out. And he was playing more of a poacher's role. But now he's coming in. He's getting involved more. And he's looking sharp. And the Portuguese team are looking sharp. They have a cooling break. Will that be enough to see Germany over the line? Or will Portugal use this break to fire themselves up. I think it could end 5-2 myself. What I see is Portugal going balls to the walls for the next 10 minutes. It not quite working out, despite the fact they create a couple of very good chances. As a result of that, Germany end up hitting them on the counter-attack, and after hitting them on the counter-attack, pulverize them and make it 5-2. That's what I potentially see happening there. And I don't know, they're showing the goals here. I don't know if they're subbing Kai Havertz on. Who is your man of the match at this time in the game? Of course, there's still a lot of time for that to change. But for me, make it 8-2. I don't think so. I don't think so. Why are you trying to dig at my boy the best there? I can see what you're doing there, Ethan. I don't think Portugal are shit enough like certain teams to lose 8-2. Takes a certain kind of team to do that. Is that a fly over there? What's going on here, geezer? Pereira punches the ball away in disgust because Germany are readying some substitutions. Leon Goretzka, one of the biggest juice heads I've ever seen. Ain't no way in hell this guy went from being a stick insect to jacked and stacked within 6 months, along with Felipe Coutinho. Let's just say, I think Germany have a very, very good nutritional team. I mean, Bayern Munich. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like Bayern Munich have a very good nutritional team. I feel like they feed them, they have a very good canteen, should we say. And they feed them a lot of tremboloni sandwiches. JT, are you insulting Barca? I don't know. I don't know who they were. I don't know. I just saw a certain team get smacked 8-2. You know, I'm just saying, for a team to lose 8-2, as he said there, they have to be a pretty poor team. And I can think of 2 teams that have been smacked 8-2 off the top of my head. One of them, of course, being Arsenal, when they got humped 8-2 by Man United back in what I believe was 2009. Nani scoring a few I think he scored a few that game, Nani. Did he not? I think Nani scored a few. But I do vividly remember that game. And I vividly remember that being Spain without the S for a lot of Arsenal fans. I do also recall a certain team over in somewhere. It's not even in Spain. It's next to Spain in Catalonia. There were a certain team over there that happened to falter to a similar kind of defeat in the Champions League. I'm not sure who it was, though. Against some Germans. Yeah, that was it. And if I believe correctly, I think one of their, well, I'd say former players, one of their on-loan players that they actually owned actually scored against them. And I think that guy actually went on to win a European trophy, to which that club had to compensate Liverpool £5 million for it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe you could tell me who the team was, but I don't know. I just heard some rumors through the grapevine somewhere that happened. I mean, if that was my team, cool. That must be pain. Oh, Germany passing it round. That's dangerous. Gives it straight to Semedo, who misses it, though. And Gnabry's in here. That's lovely, risky play by the Germans there. Could have gone very, very wrong. Portugal were lurking. But here they are, back on the attack. It's Leon Goretzka. Plays it through to Gnabry. That's a poor ball by Goretzka. A very poor ball. I forgot to tell you, by the way, I said Leon Goretzka was getting stripped and ready, just like he was getting jacked and stacked. However, he has actually come onto the pitch now, and he hasn't just come on for no mug. I believe, hang on a sec, I've completely missed the thing. I thought it was Kai Havertz who came off. But I'm not sure now that it is Kai Havertz that's come off. It was Kai Havertz who came off. I was incorrect. I was correct, rather. Goretzka's come off for Kai Havertz. And Nicolas Süle has come on for Ilkay Gundogan. So, Germany are sitting back. They are trying to preserve the lead. They're happy with this 4-2 scoreline. And they can see Portugal going into the game. But I still feel like they could hit them on the counter-attack. Well, I don't know the best. Do you know that team? Have you heard of them? I know you're a fan of La Liga football, so I don't know. You may have heard of that team. But 15 minutes remain. Sorry, my maths went completely out the window there. My teacher would probably fucking shoot me up if she saw what had become of me. But 15 minutes left for Germany to hold on, for Portugal to come back into the game with Nelson Semedo here on the ball, cutting back, cutting in, cutting out to Diego Jota, who completely fucks it up. But Portugal's still on the attack. However, they're struggling to break down this side now. It looks weird because it looks like Goretzka's playing in that Kai Havertz role where he's playing almost as a second striker. But Goretzka is more of a box-to-box midfielder. He sits a bit deeper than Kai Havertz. He's not really a second striker in the way that Kai Havertz is. Which YouTube you want to meet? Which YouTuber do I want to meet? If I could meet one YouTuber, and it depends if it means, because I met Syndicate when I was 11 years old at Eurogamer, and that guy I'd probably say out of the OGs, the one that made me first start getting into it, he was my favorite. He was the first one that I really watched. Some of his zombie stuff back in the day. Elite. If I could meet one YouTuber, who would it be? I mean, the obvious one's KSI, isn't it? If you're talking about longevity and a YouTuber who you've really watched from day one, and that YouTuber has just been there killing the scene. I mean, KSI, I've been watching him since the age of 10, and he's been making beautiful content. Mr. Beast says the best. Big Mr. Beast fan in here. I told you about. I almost got to meet him. Well, not almost. Didn't get anywhere near meeting him. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I did get that my mate did get to listen to an hour of his unprivated conversation there. And Mr. Beast would be a very interesting guy to meet. However, for me, like I said, KSI has to be up there because of the longevity. Because, I mean, the guy's just elite. The way he's changed up his content, the way he's moved from not only some of the best gaming videos ever with editing 5 to 6 to 7 years ahead of his time, videos that would still be perceived as high quality videos nowadays that he was making back in 2012 while everyone else was just making standard uncut videos. His comedic value, the way he's managing to change himself into a boxer and one of the biggest rappers in the country. However, if I did have to say one, it probably would be True Geordie. True Geordie over the past 4 or 5 years has probably been my go-to guy for YouTube. So if I could meet one... Oh! Oh my God, Renato Sanchez. I see you, Sam Morley there. Hello, thoughts on Brentford. I'll talk about Brentford in just a second because Renato Sanchez has ripped a shot from 25, 30 yards there. An absolute bullet, a tracer bullet, and is smacked into the crossbar. Oh, that could have got Portugal back into the game. But yes, True Geordie would be the one. And one day, if I could ever get on the kickoff, that would be an absolute dream come true. I see that as probably more of a dream than going on Sky Sports or something like that at this current stage of the sports media landscape. Hello, thoughts on Brentford. Brentford, I feel like will do very, 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 very well next season. I feel like you'll probably finish in and around mid-table. I see your owner as one of the greatest owners in football, in European football, in the way that he's done things on a very low budget, the Moneyball system. I think I'm correct in saying that you guys don't have a youth team, do you? You guys just have like a second team and you just buy everyone for that, and that you don't actually have a youth team going there. I was at the game on Saturday. What game? What game were you at? What game were you at on Saturday? What game are you talking about? But yeah, no youth team. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And you just buy all the players in there on a Moneyball style. And the way he did it, he bought. What did he do? He has another club in Italy, doesn't he? So he has another he has another a club in Italy, and he was buying players over there, and he was testing out his methods. And anything that worked over there, he brought over to Brentford. And when he brought it over to Brentford, it worked an absolute charm. Didn't quite work out for you last year when you threw it away. Midtjylland, yes, is that the club he has in Italy, or is that his name? But either way, what he was doing, if anyone doesn't know, he has a second club in Italy, which he was basically testing out all his philosophies on. And he used everything that worked and brought it over to Brentford. They played some very beautiful football last year. Couldn't quite get up, choked at the last hurdle. But this year, again, made it up through the playoffs. And I feel like if anyone... but Denmark. Oh, is that where the team's from? Yes, he is a Brentford fan, Ethan. I'm pretty sure he is. Feel free to correct me there, Sam. But basically, I think he's a very good owner. And I feel like I think Norwich will probably go back down next year. I think Watford probably just have about enough experience in their squad to stay up. But Brentford, I feel like you will probably do the best out of the newly promoted sides. Even though you didn't do the best in the Championship, not finishing in the top 2, I really have faith in your owner. And the way you're managing your scouting system, the way you managed to pick these players out. I mean, everyone was talking about Ivan Toney, but no one actually went and took a gamble on him. Literally, the whole thing with Watkins, everyone could see for months that you were lining up Ivan Toney to replace Watkins. And arguably, Ivan Toney's an even better striker than Watkins. Arguably, he's had a better year this year than Watkins had last year when he was with you guys in the Championship. So I feel like I really have good faith in your scouting there, as they show that Sanchez shot again, an absolute bullet. I know what a player. Wow, fucking hell. I mean, Ivan Toney, I take him at Leeds. He is fucking quality, that guy. I think Brentford will finish 16th next season, Ethan. You don't have high hopes for them. I think they'll do better than that. I think they'll shock a lot of teams. I really like the way they played football. And the way you saw against Leeds. Now, what you could say is, do they have the intensity Leeds have? No. And when they play against better teams, if they do play as open and expansively as Brentford like to, will they get cut open a bit more? Yes, you could definitely see them getting absolutely ransacked in a couple of games. Oh, Germany coming close to make it 5-2. You could see them getting absolutely ransacked. However, generally, I think that when it comes to the teams like Newcastle, and it comes to teams like Crystal Palace, and it comes to these kind of teams, you can pick up some very good results there. And I really have a lot of faith in your scouting system to bring in some good players. So I do have a lot of confidence in Brentford going forward. I don't think you'll do as well as Leeds did in the first year. You can call that bias, you can call it whatever. I just feel like we have better infrastructure, a lot more money to spend, and a better manager. However, I do have faith in you guys to finish in and around the 10th to 13th spot. Yes, I'm betting on Wolves relegated. The best says I'm betting on Wolves relegated this year. Well, first of all, let me just go through this. Jesper from Denmark. Are you a Brentford fan? Ethan, Sam Morley. Yes, I'm a Madden, but I'll take it. I know what a player. I think Brentford will finish 16th next season. I think 10th are low. Yes, I agree with you, Sam. I think anywhere from 10th to 13th. I think Brentford will finish 16th. I'm betting on Wolves to get relegated next year. Now, I think relegation is too harsh because I think they spent too much money to get relegated. However, I do feel like they'll probably have another samey season where they finish in and around the 15th to 12th position box. And a new subscriber, Sam Morley. Thank you very much for joining the channel and joining the most forward-thinking young pioneers that the beautiful game has to offer. Welcome here, my friend, Mr. Morley's Chicken himself. Thank you very much for tuning along. Actually, I presume you may know Morley's Chicken as well, because you're a Brentford fan, so I presume you're also from London, so you probably do know what Morley's Chicken is. Welcome to the channel, my brother. Yeah, I don't think they'll get relegated. Ethan, no way they'll get relegated. Thanks for subbing. I don't know that, so sorry about that. But there is 5 minutes left in this game, and yes, I do think Brentford will have a very, very good season. And I think I'll have a very nice time in Morley's Chicken when I'm back in the ends. When I'm back in the beautiful city of London in not too long. I think Wolves will finish 10th next season. I think that's a bit too overambitious for me. I don't think they really will. It depends on what happens with Jimenez. It depends on how this new manager works out. You know, he's unproven in this league. Will it work out for them? Will he twist it around? We'll have to wait and see what kind of squad he lines up. If he can get Traore back firing on all cylinders. And if he can get a Jimenez. Is Jimenez going to be returning? Does anyone know if Jimenez is going to be fit enough to return next year? Let me check. Jimenez. Actually, wait. Should I show you guys an elite website? You guys ready for this absolute cheat code, yeah? This absolute cheat code. Look at this. This site is the single greatest site you will find when it comes to football, when it comes to injuries, all of this. It shows you all the clubs and it shows you all of the updates on all of their injuries. These are Premier League clubs, obviously. So like Aston Villa 4. Martinez head-to-face injury, June 7th. I'm hard, and it comes up with all this stuff. This site is actually elite. I will show you guys what it's called. It's called premierinjuries.com. And it is absolutely prime. So let's see if they've updated it and put put a Jimenez update on here. Raul Jimenez, May 19th. We hope and expect Raul will be able to play a full part in Wolves' 2021-2022 season. No return date and he is ruled out. So they're confident that he will be back. And if you're a Wolves fan, that is brilliant news because he is imperative to everything that Wolves does. He is imperative in the way they play. He is imperative in staying in the Premier League potentially, and I feel like they really missed him, not only through his ability to find space in the box and to finish the goals, but in the confidence that he gives the rest of the team because they know that they have a lethal striker in front of them. They know they have someone that can get a goal, that can dig them out of holes. And the link-up play he had with Adama Traore is very underrated. Traore fell off a bit since Jimenez wasn't playing so much, just because their link-up play was so good. I mean, I don't know if you guys have any other opinions on that. But hey, what I do have an opinion on myself is that I've looked over and I see we've got 6 whole goddamn likes. Holy Jesus, man. You know what? It's absolutely Illuminati confirmed. That's all I'm going to say. We got 2 goals for Portugal. We got 4 goals for Germany. What's 2 plus 4? It's 6. And that is how many likes we've got. Would you believe it? Thank you guys so much for supporting the stream and the channel. It does mean so much as always. But yeah, Jimenez is a big thing, and I hope he can fire back on all cylinders. I hope he can play, because it was very sad to see what happened with him. Of course, the whole David Luiz situation, getting head-butted in the skull. As Sanchez tries to claw something out for Portugal, plays a 1-2. Here he is again, drills it across. It's a lovely cross! Oh, the header back wasn't quite good enough, but look at that cross by Renato Sanchez there. He just slices across it. It just goes straight like a picture. Those are some of the most beautiful crosses where the ball's just going away. You just stretch for it and you make such a slight contact on it that the ball just pings straight and it just glides through the air. No curl on it, no side to side, just a straight diagonal ball like that. Those are some of the hardest to defend against and some of the most appeasing on the eye. It's just the header back across the box wasn't quite to a high enough standard, unfortunately. Look at this. Road to a beard. Road to a beard. #1. New Road to Glory series. Has to be done. Right now my beard has got about as much connection as Tesco Wi-Fi. So, if any of you at home, like me, struggle to get a beard, if your beard is more patchy than a grass pitch that's been out there for 20 years, if it's got about as much connection as hotel Wi-Fi, then one of these bad boys is supposedly, if you can see it there, supposedly meant to make the difference. This thing is called a limp roll. not a lint roll. I don't know what, a micro needle roller. And what it is, you rub it on here, and it's supposed to stimulate hair growth in your beard and your face. If you mix it with a bit of beard oil and you do this daily, it's supposedly meant to work. So within a couple months, if you see me with a full nice ass beard, then you'll know this thing does the job. I just started using WordPress yesterday. You started writing articles, my man. Show me your website. Show me your website, my G. I've done a few WordPress articles myself. I think it's actually still linked in my channel. Some of the articles I've made on there. We had to do it for our coursework and stuff. Otherwise, now a lot of the stuff goes onto the Northern Quarter website that we have. But that's how many articles have you written on there? How many articles have you written? Let me tell you something, by the way. If you are going, I do see your comment, Ethan. I'll get to that in a second. If you are starting to write articles and that sort of stuff, the hardest part is sourcing the interviews. That is the hardest part of every article, of any kind of journalistic practice like that. It's about sourcing the interviews. It's about getting them. It's about working while everyone else is sleeping. So for your sake, I hope you can persevere with that, because a lot of people don't want to give you the time of day. You have to almost force people to let you interview them for your articles and stuff like that. So it's a tough, tumultuous road. But are you trying to go into press work? Into print work? Thoughts on Irish Guy? I think Irish Guy is extremely funny. I do really like his content, and it's refreshing compared to a lot of the people out there. A lot of people give just daily update videos where they'll just sit in front of a camera for like 10 minutes just talking. And don't get me wrong, I do like a bit of that. You can get very up-to-date news with that sort of thing. However, his videos have a bit more effort in there, a bit more editing, and he scripts it and he writes funny jokes about it. He'll go through. He's basically doing like sports comedy kind of thing, and I really like his stuff. I find it very entertaining, actually. And the guy just doesn't give a fuck about anything. He's very smart with how he does things. He makes very appeasing videos. Some of them don't always have the most substance to it, you could say, all the time, but generally, I really like his stuff. And he's very smart with the way he does these things as well, where he does this whole, if this goes wrong, then I'll have to shave this. If Leeds finish here, then I'll have to get the Patrick Bamford tattoo. It's a very smart thing to do, because then you get Leeds fans badgering you, asking you about the tattoo and that stuff. He's a very intelligent man. I do like Irish Guy. You'll have to get a tattoo of Patrick Bamford playing a violin. Indeed, he will. I believe he said it's hallmarked for like August the 10th. He said it's booked, and he's going to get it on like his shoulder or something. I wrote something, I didn't save it, so I had to start again, which I didn't feel like, so I left it. Oh, right, okay, so you just started and you didn't really feel like finishing off. Well, if you need any tips on anything at writing, I mean, I'm not the best writer known to mankind, don't get me wrong, that's why I prefer more speaking, broadcast, or presenting work. However, I can give you a few tips and tricks if you are trying to write articles, about how to structure it, about how you write things, because I have learned a few things on that. But that's sick, man. Just keep going at it. How long were you trying to make the article? As Ronaldo comes through, can't quite get the goal. August 2nd indeed. August 2nd is the day where we see that beautiful, beautiful picture of Patrick Bamford strumming the violin on his, I don't know where he's going to put it. He's probably going to like fraud it out and put like some tiny one on his shoulder or something, isn't he? And he is terrible at predictions. I don't think he's terrible at predictions. I don't think he is. What he is, he likes coming out with outlandish predictions. Because when you come out with outlandish predictions, you either correct and you come off as a genius, or you're wrong and you get quite a bit of backlash for it. But either way, he's still getting people talking about him. So I think that's why. I think he just I think he likes to come out with controversial stuff. I think that his style is controversiality and getting people talking about things, which is a very good style, and it's a very entertaining style to watch. So I wouldn't necessarily say he's like doesn't know anything about football. I think he just knows what he's doing in terms of being a controversial character. But that is it. It's full time. It's 4-2 to Germany. Wow, what an absolute destruction it was in the end. Portugal rallying late. They did fight back. It was a valiant effort. Whether you could say Germany allowed them to, bringing their attackers off and setting off very defensively, you could say that is the case, because it was the case. However, still, Portugal, it looked at one point that it was really up against them for it, but they did end up coming back a bit. Sam Morley's Chicken says, what team do you support? I support Leeds United, the mighty Whites of Leeds United, a club you know all too well about, all too much about, being a Brentford fan. We've had a lot of history in the past, but yes, I'm a Leeds United fan and a fan of football in general. GG indeed. It's good to see you in the Premier League, and let me tell you something. It's great to see my boy Pontus Jansson back in the Premier League. So I was happy when you guys got promoted for Pontus Jansson alone. He's a top guy, and I can't wait to see him play against us, play at Ellen Road again next year. It would be beautiful. But I will be back for the Spain versus Poland game. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It does mean a lot, as always. Your mass respect. You must respect, or you must respect. Respect given either way. The respect giveth and the respect taketh away. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sam Morley's Chicken, thank you very much for coming in here. You absolute legend. Ethan, as always, thank you very much. You beast. The best. Thank you very much. You absolute legendino. Let me see, who else am I going to give a special shout out to for this stream? Fadzil, thank you for your short entrance. It does mean a lot, as always. Husnain Zahane, thank you very much for the kind words, you absolute legend. Miss Molina, thank you very much for popping in. It does mean a lot, as always. Kareem, unfortunately, you had to go to bed. However, again, thank you very much for tuning in. It does mean a lot to see you, as always. You're always supporting me out, and you're always a legendary. Check the site out. Where is the site? Where can I find the site, my boy? Where can I find your website? Where can I find your website? Hey were my chicken. Massive respect. Hey were my chicken. Well, let me tell you something, mate. You sell some beautiful wings, Mr. Sam Morley's Chicken. I'll tell you that for a damn fact. And I'm a big fan of them myself. A big fan of the wings you sell. Nice and crispy. Beautiful stuff. And I actually need to pop in there when I am back down in the ends somewhat soon. I know. It's beautiful stuff. Whereabouts in London are you from, my man? Whereabouts in London are you from? I know Morley's is a South London gaff. I'm not actually from South London, but I have been down there and been to the joint. Been to the joint once or twice. I'm a North Londoner myself, if you are wondering. Surrey, okay. Surrey's not, okay. That's, I see my geography's shit. I know where it is. I've been to Surrey, and I definitely know the place, but I don't know, like, where it is geographical-wise. Because, like I said, I'm going to look thick, but my geography is absolutely woeful. But like I say, I do need to sprint off to Asda now to buy, ironically, some chicken. Not quite Morley's chicken, not quite that good, but I still do need some chicken. But I will be back after that for the Spain versus Poland game. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for watching. It does mean a lot, as always. And I'll see you in, what, half an hour, 45 minutes for the Spain versus Poland game, which will really give us more of an outlook on how that group is going to end out. It's really shaping up into a beautifully exciting tournament now. With a game like this, it only sparks the tournament into life. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much, Sam Morley. I hope to see you back here in just an hour's time for the next one. I hope to see the best back here. I hope to see Ethan back here. I hope to see you all, because I love chatting to you and I love consuming your football knowledge. Love my chicken. Who doesn't love a good bit of chicken, my guy? I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye.